Welcome back, guys, to the football tea. It's your boy Football Matter, and I'm here with We Talk Football. Yeah, today on today's episode, we are going to talk about the Matchday 2 fixtures, about the top 6 teams in the Premier League. And before we just get straight into that, if you've not liked, subscribed, please do that now. It's very, very important. And again, keep supporting us. So yeah, let's go. And We Talk Football. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm also all fine. I'm all fine. So, how do you feel about the next fixtures of the Premier League?
I think there's, decent games, but I'm very much looking forward for the Newcastle versus Liverpool, especially after the latest drama between Alexander Isak and Newcastle. I would just like to see what will happen in that game.
Okay. But that's like the last, match day fixture of match day 2. So let's get straight into the first fixture on Friday with Chelsea or West Ham United versus Chelsea. Another London derby. Chelsea are back from the first London derby in which they, they came with a disappointing draw. Expectations was high that Chelsea will win, but the reality is different. West Ham United versus Chelsea. What are your thoughts in this fixture?
West Ham United, unfortunately, looked like the worst team in London. I'm not going to lie, and it seemed like one of the worst in England. They definitely need to figure it out before it's too late. And they just find themselves in the relegation zone. Their first game wasn't really, I wasn't really impressed. Chelsea, yes, they drew, but also, let's be honest, they played against Crystal Palace, the really rejuvenated Crystal Palace, the Crystal Palace who just won the FA Cup, who just won the Community Shield, have all the, the emotions, the energy, and they have a decent squad. So in this game, Chelsea definitely has to win it. There's no other way around if they want to kind of just get that 3 points, which is the most important thing, and also just to give energy, to give motivation and boost the morale of their players. What do you think of this game?
I absolutely agree with you. It's a must win. Like, this is the fixture that is one of the must win throughout this season for Chelsea. If any draw is not even acceptable, and you understand, a loss is a disaster. It's going to crash everything, kicking doubts and all of those things. Chelsea fans are going to, some of them will turn on Maresca and stuff like that, and maybe some will feel like the honeymoon is over. So Chelsea have to do everything possible to win this match. West Ham are not in good form. This West Ham side, we saw a newly promoted side beat them 3-0. They don't even score and stuff like that. And to be honest, their squad is not looking great. And they didn't look like to strengthen it during the summer window or even now. So I feel like if they are not West Ham, they should be fighting for relegation this season. So Chelsea, it should be an easy win for Chelsea.
Absolutely.
After Chelsea, we've got Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. 12th early kickoff on Saturday. What do you think?
I actually forget about this game. No, it's going to be very, very interesting. I think both teams really had a very good game in the first game. The new signings just really shining for both teams. And for Tottenham, I must say, they look sharp. They look very, very good. I was worried that they don't have enough creativity. However, they proved me wrong. The rejuvenation of Richarlison, that guy, if he stays fit and he stays good with the, playing or the combination with Mohamed Kudus, the back line is really solid. And of course, now the unit for Romero, a lot of things are positive for them. Manchester City, on the other hand, also we saw them also beating Wolves 4-0 as if they just really like walking in the park. Every player was really good. They were solid. I was impressed with that right-hand side for Manchester City. So it's going to be very, very tight. However, definitely Manchester City had the edge over Tottenham. At the end of the day, Tottenham is Tottenham, certified butlers, certified. Of course. But it's going to be very interesting. Do you have any expectation do you think Tottenham will surprise us in terms of their performances, or do you think this is just the first game for the new manager everyone want to impress?
I actually think it's like a 50-50. Tottenham in recent fixtures have gotten the better of Man City, whether it was when Jose Mourinho was there, Angie, all the managers that have been there, Conte, they at least they won Pep Guardiola in one of the fixtures, and I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon, because Tottenham, let's be realistic, especially with the kind of midfielders they have now, they are very, very athletic. And when you have this sort of midfielders that are ready to run, and have the energy to run. Against possession-based team, they will wear them out, and then they will have a lot of spaces to feed on. So I'm expecting Papi Matesa, who is in a very good form,
Yes, yes.
Begval, the two of them to have a very good game. They will win a lot of second balls, they will win a lot of duels, and then we try to counter Manchester City. And you can see that Manchester against Wolves, I saw them keeping a very big high line. Tottenham, Thomas Frank will be looking to feast on that. Kudus first Premier League debut under Tottenham, 2 good assists to Richarlison. And then Richarlison, talking about Richarlison, one thing I noticed about Thomas Frank is the improvement he gives to his strikers. And we've just seen that with Richarlison now. First Premier League debut, he's got 2 goals. Oh, sorry, not debut. First Premier League match this season, he's got 2 goals. And
It seemed like a debut because he didn't play for such long time.
Yeah. One thing about him, I just hope he can be fit. Sometimes consistency can be a thing for him. He's just not that guy that is very consistent, and then the injuries keep coming. But if you can get him focused, he's one guy. What I like about him is that he's very instinctive. To just look at the improvisation that he used in scoring that goal, just like we saw in the World Cup, where he scored one of the best goals of the World Cup in history. So Kudus will be looking to drop deep and then link up play and then draw the team higher up the pitch with his dribbles and stuff like that. Solid in their defense, and their midfield is very, very solid as well. So for me, it's a 50-50. Anything can happen. It's just a game of who takes their chances the most, because both teams are definitely going to have their chances. So later that evening, we are going to witness Arsenal versus Leeds. What are your thoughts?
First, I must say I'm a little bit disappointed with Arsenal for the first performance. I know it's the first game of the season, all this kind of things, but you literally had like this, the whole entire preseason. Like, you were not like someone who went and played the FIFA Club World Cup, so you should have, performed better. However, the 3 points is the best thing out of this game. They have to definitely figure out a lot of things, fix a lot of things. And then Arsenal went on to prolong the contract, or the rumors that they will prolong the contract of Leandro Trossard. And I was like, these people are really not, they're not really motivated to win anything. But anyway, against Leeds, it shouldn't be a problem. Yes, Leeds won their first game, but at the end of the day, this is just a newly promoted side. Leeds really did not, had a lot of signings. They not really better when you talk about squad. So on papers, Arsenal actually should not have any issues facing Leeds. And if you want to be champions of the Premier League, you definitely have to win these games with ease.
Newly promoted side against any top seeds is a dream fixture, especially when you are playing at home. And in the second game, now we are hugely criticized, despite the fact they had a very big win against Manchester United at Old Trafford. They will be looking to clear doubts and show people that they have one side in which they can defend and one side in which they can attack. It's also a match in which we can be able to see how Arsenal is going to play against a lower side, which has always been a problem for them, because Arsenal has stayed a long stretch of match now without losing to any big C's. But again, Leeds, despite the fact they're a lower side, but they don't play like a lower side,
Yeah.
They throw themselves forward, they try to go on the 50. So I think Arsenal will be looking to exploit a lot of that, and I'm looking towards, to Gyökeres, Saka to take very good advantage of that. And then for me, I feel like it's going to be a very comfortable win for Arsenal at the end of the day, because of the quality that Arsenal have from the defense to the attack. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but if Arsenal just kept playing this very slow ball and stuff like that, they're not going to take any advantage in transition. They are very poor in transition, which is really annoying when you think of the team that actually have a lot of physical player, have a lot of fast player. I don't know, but yeah, I see your points.
Okay, yeah. On Sunday, we've got Fulham versus Manchester United. What do you think about Fulham versus Manchester United?
It's not going to be an easy game, to be honest, but Manchester United showed very, very good work in their first game. I was really impressed with the performance. I'm not going to lie, Fulham, on the other hand, wasn't really impressive, although I actually expected them to win the first game. However, this didn't happen. For Manchester United, I think they should win this game. There's no other chances. You didn't even have 1 point, so you need the 3 points. Because we don't want to see the deja vu of, the 15th again, even if it's the second week. Manchester United fan, I think they deserve better, and I think it's about time. Ruben Amorim have to figure it out. You have a better squad than Fulham. You have players who are very hungry. They're showing determination. You just need to use them in the right way. We saw even players like Mason Mount have a very good game in that first week. Cunha and Buomo, these players are really, really talented players, are ready to give everything on the pitch, very creative. They're a goal scorer by nature. And then you have Amad Diallo and all of these kind of players. So I think Manchester United should not actually, have any issues. Although I would like Fulham to win it, but I know it's kind of just my own dreams. I want it for Calvin Bassey, my
Oh,
guy.
okay. Okay. Talking about Kevin Bassey, it feels like he found a way to score Manchester United recently. I think just like Chelsea, this should be a statement win for Manchester United if they are going to be anything this season. If not, a draw or even a loss will bring a lot of trauma back, for Manchester United. Even after this first match, where they were the better side, it's one of those games where the better side lost. They lost, but seeing themselves back in that 15, a lot of fans are now getting that trauma back. Are we stuck here for life? It's just the first match of the Premier League and we are back to 15. So they need to come up, they need to elevate themselves, and a win will do just that. They've strengthened their side. I love what I saw against Arsenal. The whole team, not just the individuals, the whole team as a whole, we are very sharp. The whole team, we are running. Everybody we are fighting. I saw Kuna tracking out 70 years back to make a clearance or win a ball. I saw Mbemo do the same. I saw Mason Mount running around, running errands. I saw Bruno Fernandes tirelessly running. Casemiro was comfortable in that midfield. He did his bits, and I love the fact that when I love how Amorim used him. After the 70 minutes, you've done your job. Come out. And I feel like, and after the match, I said something on my ex. This is the way you should be using this guy. Don't tire him out. Casemiro has still got that first time passing that a lot of midfielders don't have now. He knows sometimes execution can be his problem, but he's very, very efficient with his passing and he's very, very experienced. These days he's become a little slower, but he wins those duels. He brings that combativeness in the midfield. Alongside Bruno, feels like the best midfield partnership in that pivot role so far. So I'm expecting Manchester United. I'm expecting a lot more combination play from Cunha, Belmo, and maybe if Sesko starts or if he doesn't start, if Mason Mount continue to start, they did well, but they have to get themselves into the box. A lot of times, all of them were waiting outside the box for cutbacks, but somebody needs to be occupying those centre backs. Elite was Mains, Euro, Luke Shaw. If he's fit as well, he's going to elevate. And I saw a lot of changes with what Amorim is doing, the way he used the team back for sometimes even the wide centre backs moving forwards to play as a wing back. That was very, very good and courageous. I'm so happy with what I saw. That being said, let us go to the last but not the least, the Newcastle versus Liverpool. What do you think?
Like this game, everyone had to bring like water spray because it's definitely going to be absolutely hot. It's going to be played at St. James Park after all the drama between Alexander Isak and Newcastle, with Liverpool being like being the main cause of this. I think Newcastle fans are not going to really slow down. It's going to be very, very tough game. No, to begin with, we know, to play at Newcastle home, it's never easy. And now with these circumstances, I think Newcastle fans will definitely lit up the stadium and the players will definitely feel the atmosphere. Still, I'm not quite sure whether Newcastle is capable of scoring goals or not. They didn't look sharper in all their games in the preseason, and the first game in the Premier League, things are really not working in their favor. They create chances, however, they're not capable of translating these chances. And I think, again, it's a team like Liverpool, you cannot actually not score the goals. When it comes to Liverpool, the guys are looking very sharp. They're looking very good. Yesterday, they celebrated winning the being in the team of the season for last season. These are the winners, the champions. They're really in a very good shape. They sorted out the team. So I think they should just stand their ground. You should understand that, starting the game, you should slow down because, again, I think Newcastle will play very much aggressively because they just feel a lot of anger and humiliation from Liverpool. What is going on with Alexander Isak? How do you see the game, though?
Yeah, I agree so much with you. Not just the Isak situation, but also the Hugo Ekitike situation.
Yeah.
Liverpool stole him from Newcastle. And maybe if Liverpool have let Newcastle sign Ekitike, maybe they would have had Isak now. But all the signings or priorities that Newcastle had going into they have all went south. So they are very, very annoyed, as well as the fans. I will not be surprised if the fans boo Hugo Ekitike, you understand as well.
Yeah.
And then with the exact situation where they have been releasing statement back to back, replying each other and stuff like that. So it's going to be, normally going to St. James Park is full of intensity. The fans are very, fired up to cheer their squad out. I agree with what he said in terms of Newcastle not creating much. And again, not that they don't create more. Sometimes they lack that number 9, nine presence in the box. They have the wide wingers who can create from with width, but again, they don't have any physical figure. I saw a lot of crossings the last match against Villa, in which they were disappointed that they should have won, with Villa going one man down as Konsa was given a red card. So this match, they will feel like they can win Liverpool or make a statement by winning Liverpool to show people that they are one of the big boys as well. Not just off the pitch, but also on the pitch. So it's going to be a very, very interesting encounter. Yeah. So that's just it for me. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, I'm good.
So guys, this is the end of this episode. Please, you've watched up to this moment and you've not liked and subscribed, please do well to subscribe and like, and tell us your comments and what you think about the upcoming features. It will be in the comment section below.
The football team.